Today, we're going to talk about every disc that Clash Discs sent me in two brand new plastics. The Tone plastic and the brand new Ring plastic. Something similar to Halo that you've seen with other companies, Orbit, Discmania's Horizon, something like that. So we're going to talk about the popcorn, the berry, the soda, the cookie, and the pepper. Let's get into it. I forgot to mention, several months ago, they sent me the Salt, which has become probably one of my favorite distance drivers ever. Haven't thrown very many, but this thing immediately secured the bag, and we'll get into why. So let's go ahead and let's talk about the two plastics first, and then we'll get into each disc. So Clash has two brand new plastics, one that you've heard about a little bit for a little bit longer time. They have the Tone plastic. Basically, it is two plastics combined with sort of overmold or undermold technology, similar to Gyro, but whereas Gyro, the entire rim is a different plastic, this undermold, it's the entire flight plate is one plastic, and the rim or the underside of the disc is a second plastic. So really cool discs. I really like the feel of the Tone plastic itself. It feels quite grippy, but I've never felt it get clammy in my hands, especially in Tennessee as the weather's been warming up a little bit. I was expecting this to get really clammy and uncomfortable because of how good the grip was in the cooler months, but so far it's been good. Now for the second plastic that you may not have heard of yet or you just saw recently announced, we have the Clash Discs Ring plastic. As you can tell, it's similar to something like Halo, Orbit, Horizon plastic with a ring on the outside, but Clash Discs steps it up with extra rings. Really gorgeous. As I was opening the box with all these discs, my wife was watching them, and without any prompting, she said these are the prettiest discs I've ever seen, and I have to agree. Clash has some really pretty discs with these two plastics, but specifically with the Ring plastic. Amazing. So I'm super excited to throw these. They look great, but I want to know, how do they fly? So let's go ahead and let's break them down. We'll start with the slowest disc that I have, the popcorn, all the way up to the fastest disc I have, the Salt. The Clash Discs popcorn is a neutral putter. In the Tone plastic, we have the undermold technology, and right off the bat, I'm going to say in the Tone plastic, the popcorn is quite domey. It's definitely got some pop on it. It's definitely taller than the putters I'm used to throwing. I normally throw the Jester Disc Golf Love, which is very similar to the Mint Bullet. It is beadless and really, honestly, really comfortable in the hand to throw. Can't wait to see how it flies. All right, that was a nice neutral flight. Had a little bit of hyzer, never quite got it flipped up. Wasn't really quite sure how it was going to fly. I knew it was neutral. I like that. Held the hyzer, but pushed straight to the very end. And then it just had a nice soft little fade. But I really liked the hand feel there. A little taller than I'm used to, but overall not a bad throwing putter. The next disc up is in the brand new Ring plastic. We have the Clash Discs Berry. This is similar to how the popcorn was a neutral putter. The Berry is a neutral mid-range, so it's going to fly very straight. I will say the Berry, when I first picked it up, I was like, okay, flight numbers are reminiscent of a Buzz, but the hand feel is reminiscent of an Innova Mako 3, and I have Mako 3s at home. I checked them side by side. They are very similar. So if you have thrown the Innova Mako 3 or something like it where it's a little bit flatter and less, I believe it's concave or curved in the wing, you'll really like the Berry. Feels great in the hand. The Ring plastic feels amazing because of that steady plastic that they have. Just has very good grip even in the hot weather. But yeah, let's see how it flies. Okay, another disc flipped up to flat and had some fade at the end. That's to be expected though on a hyzer flip, unless you're really juicing the disc. We're just kind of throwing these maybe 70%, just kind of 60-70%, just to kind of see how they fly, what they're going to do. Really like that. That disc definitely feels good in the hand, and that one could end up making the bag with what I currently have in it. So we'll have to see. The next disc up in stability is the Tone, what is this? The Soda, the Tone Soda. This is a disc that, in the Tone plastic, I realized, I learned quickly, they don't have the flight numbers. So I had to look up what the Soda is because didn't really know. It is an understable fairway driver. It's about a 7-speed. Think of it like a Leopard 3, not just in the flight numbers, but also in the hand feel. This feels like a Leopard 3 in the hand. It's not as overstable as a Teebird or an Eagle. It's going to be more along that Leopard 3 family. And it's understable, going to be a great hyzer flip machine for even the slower arms. Probably going to be able to get it to turn real nicely. Okay, got that one a little nosy, but that disc is a lot of fun. Very, very cool. That came out real nice, had some nice turn. I think it would have probably turned a little more if I maybe had some cleaner form there, but I'm excited to see how it flies with a couple more throws. Man, that disc is nice. Up in stability is the same speed class. We have the Cookie in the 7-speed, but this has the flight numbers of something like an Innova Teebird. I have thrown several Teebirds, just testing them out. Teebirds start off really beefy, so I'm hoping that the Cookie doesn't start off quite as beefy as a Teebird might. It says 7502. We will see. In regards to dome, this has a little bit of dome, which is great for the backhand. Because of that, it doesn't feel as comfortable for the forehand. I like something a little bit flatter when throwing forehands. Let's see how it flies. Okay, not the best throw. Kind of got ahead of myself there. But that disc definitely is pretty true to the flight numbers. I didn't feel like it was way beefier than it said. But it wasn't the best throw either. It came out with a little bit of hyzer. So I'll be throwing that one again. But overall, kind of liked it. Like, it was a good stability on it. But oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a Teebird. If you want to throw something besides an Innova Teebird, check out the Clash Disc Cookie. Yeah, I like that a lot. We take a big step up in speed and stability here with the Clash Discs Pepper. This one is rated as 11504, so this thing is fast, glidey, and overstable. This reminds me of a disc that you would want to throw in the headwind because you're not afraid to throw it, you're not afraid of it turning over. I will say the dome on it, and I don't know if this is just the ring plastic, but the dome feels a lot more centered on this one than some of the other ones, but it doesn't necessarily feel bad. Even though it's got dome, because of the wider rim, the hand feel feels great for the forehand, so definitely feels comfortable. Let's see how it flies. Oh, not good. Not a good throw. Oh yeah, that thing is, okay, that is certified beef. Yeah, that disc definitely isn't going to be tempting me to go in the bag. But if you are a super power thrower, you'll like the Pepper. I personally prefer the Salt, which we're going to throw next. And yeah, Pepper is not doing it for me. And then the last one, this is one that I've mentioned a couple times already, the Tone Salt. I've been throwing this disc now for the last month or two regularly, but I've had it for a couple months. Its numbers are like a Destroyer, 12.5, -1.3, but I will say, at least this particular disc in my hand, can't even speak for other Tone Salts because I haven't been able to get more and test them. I want to, or the Salt in other plastics like the Steady plastic. But this is a little bit less stable than a Destroyer. I would give this almost more like a -2.2 flight rating because you get quite a bit of turn out of this disc. Great for hyzer flips, but it does have some fade at the end. But I would not trust this disc in a ripping headwind. I would want to club up to something a little bit faster, a little bit more overstable, because I don't think that Salt would stand up to a ripping headwind. That being said, it feels great in the hand. It's a lot flatter, which makes it great for the forehand. Really comfortable in the hand, even for backhand with the wider rim. So overall, I like both plastics. Obviously, the Tone Salt is in the bag, but the ring with the berry could make it into the bag, and I feel really confident in the plastic Once again, I just want to say thank you to Clash Discs for sending me these. It was an honor reviewing them, and I really enjoy them. Hope you guys appreciate the feedback. If you want to check out any of Clash Discs, head to my newest sponsor and affiliate, Gotta Go, Gotta Throw, to pick up some discs, basket, bags. You can use Gladiator at checkout for a discount, and every purchase you make with the code supports me. If you want to go directly there and not worry about a discount code, use the link in the description. It will automatically load you up with the discount code so you don't have to worry about it. That's all I have for today, everybody. Until next time, have a great round.